Gamble and Finn.
Yes, hello.
All right, so much for my giddy up jolly gamble.
Yeah, I knew that
Not
wasn't
happening.
coming.
Not happening at all. In fact, I'm absolutely irate on a multiple number of fronts here.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say the weather has something to do with it.
Because here I cannot take 3+ more months of these incompetent, all this equipment, all these taking up all of the time that can't be given to things that maybe somebody knows something about or cares about. Instead, we got to have projection after projection after projection when they absolutely, positively don't know their head, I'm sorry, Rico, from their ass.
Well,
None of
it
them.
does surprise me as it kept coming down yesterday. I'm thinking, well, that's kind of dust-like. I can brush it off my. And then I looked down. I'm like, wow, there's an 1.5 inches of dust outside.
At the Holy Grail last night, waiting to walk over to the UC basketball game. Wish I hadn't made that walk. But that's a whole other story.
Yeah, they put up a good fight.
So, I don't want a good fight. They lost. We're not fighting. We're trying to win. There's a winner and a loser. Not effort. We're not 4-year-olds. Anyway, I digress.
You have to put forth effort in order to try
Well, great.
to win.
Then put forth more effort.
Wow, okay.
So I'm looking outside the Holy Grail, and I'm like, now that's either the exhaust fumes billowing up from the station van, which for a brief period of time it was.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, man, that looks a little too fine for fumes. And then all of a sudden, literally, walking over there, it was starting to form
Encrusted.
Yep. And then on the way back, and Lori was with me, and she had the old BlackBerry out, checking out the radar and looking at all the multiple accidents that were mainly up north. But it's just like they have no idea. The dusting. And I love this crap that they do now. Some more, they just basically every single day say that there's a chance. Well, hell, I can do that.
Yeah.
Wheel me in there. I don't need their weather radar, the power of 5 this, super Doppler, floppler, piece of crap. Honest to God. Go home.
I think the part of it that bothers me the most, like, look, I was holed up in my house. I knew I wasn't going to go anywhere, so
Right.
It was what it was. I was going to have to clean it off in the morning. But it completely affects how the salt trucks get out. The other day, I fishtailed in salt when there was no snow.
Yeah.
Okay? Because there was a prediction that there would be, and there wasn't. So today, and again, thank God for the people of Indian Hill for paying their taxes.
Yeah.
Because I shot him pretty easily through there, and then
Can they come over and pay some in
one
order?
night.
Well, but
you know what I'm saying?
what?
But there was nothing anywhere.
No,
And the
here's
trucks look like they got caught off guard again.
Right.
2 things bother me. One is they take up way too much time of TV news, and quite frankly, it's why I don't watch it anymore, because all it is subjective nonsense from people who are clueless. That's point A.
Right.
But point B is then they have to induce, and I guess I shouldn't say they induce, people hear this, and consequently they induce panic on themselves. Now don't misunderstand me. Look, today, for the most part, all right, highways are okay. There are always going to be, when the temperatures are as cold as they are, there are going to be spots that are icy and are slick. Most notably on ramps, overpasses, anything like that. Secondary roads where there hasn't been a lot of traffic overnight, haven't had a chance to kind of start to wear, some of the salt and other treatment elements into the roadways and melt the snow, are going to be slicker. Just exercise common sense. That's what bothers me more than anything. And I saw it last night at the Holy Grail as people looked out. I could hear people start talking about, I talked to so-and-so, the roads are bad. No, they're not.
No.
They're not bad. Now, can you have an accident Absolutely. You can have an accident on a completely dry road. But the reality of it is, instead of inducing panic, let's just kind of exercise some common sense this snow season. How about that?
Well, I heard the actual giddy up man this morning, the jolly man, talking about how it was cold yesterday and it's cold today, and that's why the snow is sticking to the roads. And I'm thinking, gadzooks, man, thank you for that revelation. And then watch for slippery overpasses and bridges. And I'm thinking to myself, everybody that wrecks on an overpass or a bridge today had better be 16. Mm-hmm. Because everybody else should know this.
But they don't.
But the only thing that I would say is sometimes if you get in an area where you think you're on highway, but you don't realize it's a fly bridge over something.
Right.
But it goes back to what you said. Slow it down just a touch. Now, that said, I was behind some nozzle going 8 miles an hour.
Well, there's two
and there was
things.
just two of us on the road, and they were going 8. And
there
I'm thinking, you're going to slide just from your inertia is going to shift.
One, don't go too slow. But then last evening, driving home, up the cut in the hill, down 75 South, where, it was a blowing snow. Parts of Interstate 75 were covered. But then you get this. And there was a decent amount of traffic. This was probably around, the game ended about 9:20. So this was about 9:40, something like that. Mm-hmm. And the reality of it was, why do we need Ralph right up on Fred's ass and then darting in and out? Mm. That's ignorant, too.
Yeah. Well, because I saw both coming in this morning, somebody going 12 miles an hour in the very right lane, and then somebody else weaving in and out of other people, going about probably 70.
Yeah. No, there are
wherever you're going will be there when you get there.
Well, that was the thing. I even said it to my wife last night. I said, now, where exactly is he going?
Right.
I mean, what is going on right now that one of the things that I love more than any other I love the guy on the shall we say, Route 18 is kind of like a Fields Erdel, Coleraine Avenue, Beachmont Avenue. Mm-hmm. I love the dude who is just weaving in and out of people that you come up next to at the red light. I wave at him. Mm-hmm. The jackball who's behind me weaving in and out because he's going to get up to the red light
and get there
3 seconds faster than me.
Yeah.
I go up and I honk and I just wave. Well, then I mumble some other things too.
Amber has already hit us on the Twitter and says, "Hey, the White Death today, so please keep my sanity while driving through the tri-state. I'm not being honest. I'm not being negative. I'm just being honest. I love you guys."
Well, let me tell you this.
There you go, Amber.
One of the things we love to do in the winter, and we'll have to do it again, maybe as early as today. I love the roving Rockhead weather reports and traffic conditions. Mm-hmm. We might have to shortly after 7:00 and open up the Rock line. Just so maybe you've got something that we're not considering, something that you need to keep in mind when you're going out and traveling through the 2 feet of snow today. Maybe you can pass along. I can give you a little tip, one that I did not exercise. Have a scraper in your car. Own one and then have one. I'm 0 for 2. You know what is funny, though? I was driving home yesterday afternoon. I don't know where the hell I was, but I was driving thinking to myself, you know what? Today I'm going to get home. I said, I got till tomorrow because I want to check, make sure my wife's got a scraper, make sure all the windshield washer fluid is up, because this time of year, and of course, didn't do either one. And last night,
needed
what
both.
do you get? Yes.
Yeah.
Sad as it may be.
Kind of the same thing with me and the umbrella.
Yeah, well, you have, I mean, I haven't carried an umbrella in 20 years, so why start now? But Sally, you do have, I will admit, from your primary issue is lack of weight of car.
Yeah, you need a couple of bags of kitty litter.
Yeah.
If your cat
just buy some extra.
I could just sit in the back and you'd be
just
okay.
Just tell Cash to hold it because Mommy's got to drive through the winter.
I was just going to say, finally a reason to make that cat useful. Steal its kitty litter and weight down your car with it.
Now, there are a number of schools, believe it or not, there are predominantly today there are more delays than anything else, but some may go. They're actually, especially north of Cincinnati, I saw a lot of schools that you normally don't see. And obviously, over in the Northwest local school district, we've softened up over the years. There's no way in hell we'd have gotten a 5-minute delay in snow like this. But now, apparently, 2-hour delays. What's going on over? It's what's wrong with the world today. Bunch of pansies making decisions. Come on.
Well, you speak of that, and a lot of that's already being listed for you at PureRock96.com. Adams County Christian, All Saints, Anderson Hills, Augusta,
too many schools,
and so forth.
Consolidate.
So you can hop on there, and the homepage, you'll see the little school bus covered in snow.
No, we got
get on there. You can sign up for
cute.
text messages, and email alerts, all of that stuff.
We need to do something that I thoroughly enjoy. I want you to pick out some schools, and I try to identify what they are and where they are.
Yeah.
Some of these schools, honest to God, they can't exist.
I miss that
I am
game.
firmly convinced that somebody calls in or emails or texts in schools that do not exist. There's no way in hell there's this many schools. What's the enrollment of some of them? 6? Let me ask you this. If I'm on a delay and I'm homeschooling, can I send it in?